Hi, I'm Chris James, and you're watching Healthy Alternative. Today, I want to talk about the benefits of Michael, and today we're going to be talking about...
Today we'll be making one of my favorite soups.
Welcome to the
tomato
DR96 Challenge.
I am Animated Mel, and I am your mental and wellness coach for
As always, perfection is not needed, but consistency.
We must first lovingly accept what is. You can't heal a body you hate.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you to all of you all for coming. This community is designed to support you in that time. It's really to utilize when things are bad and when you're at your lowest.
I started to learn about emotions. I started to learn about finding root causes, right? Starting to understand addiction and how addiction is not, once again, the issue that we are using a negative stimulus as a coping mechanism.
Part of my mission is to make sure people know that everything we need comes in a natural form. It's already here for us.
I am determined. I am strong. And I am ready.
We must first lovingly accept what is. I often say, you can't heal a body you hate.
This is healthy blood cells. And that's what we're aiming for. So you can see the contrast. Okay? What you do matters.
Thank you all for coming. Be blessed. As always, I need y'all to let me know if you can hear and see moi so that we can get going. I thought I was in the wrong room because when I came in here, it was quiet. I said, "What's up, y'all?" I sent out the message. Ain't nobody respond. I'm like, bro, did I put the wrong link? Oh, y'all had me freaking out. All right. Okay. You can hear me and see me. Thank you very much. Today, we are going to do a deep dive into the products and why I chose the products. We're not going to deep dive into each individual product, but I'm going to let you guys in on how I decided about what products we're going to be using. I'm going to give you just a little bit of history around products and my decisions about products, just so everybody's on the same page. And then, yeah, well, that way everybody will understand succinctly how to use the products, because there were several bundles that we offered on this challenge. And so you all have, it's a mixed bag as far as like what products you guys got. Honestly, I would have loved to have just offered you guys all the everything bundle, which literally, had all the products, but you just, supply and demand and all of that type of stuff. So as we get bigger, as we get better, as we get more efficient, and we could do things differently, we'll have, I think, a little bit better organization, and we can, just provide you guys with everything you need. But real quick, I am trying to see if I have some guides in here. I was going to pull some guides up, but I don't think I actually have the guides in here where I'm looking. Give me 1 second, everybody. So, sorry. One thing we haven't done so far. Let me know where you guys are doing the challenge from. Where are you in the world? I want to make sure that you all do know that there is a tab available in the group where you can find out like who's near you. And I personally think it's a great opportunity to maybe potentially find a fasting buddy near you. So just quickly drop in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. Okay, this is not our updated route guide. I don't want that one. All right. Well, I'll probably just have to drop this guide in later because I don't want that guide. We got New York. We have South. We don't know South where. We just know in the South. Jersey, Denver, Colorado. Oh, there's two jerseys right there. Pittsburgh, Alabama, DMV. Aurora. Twin Cities, Minnesota. Texas in the building. Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, Georgia. We got a mixed bag tonight. Chi-Town, more Georgia. Washington, D.C. All right. Brooklyn, Kansas, Houston, Cali. More Kansas, South Carolina, Tulsa, Michigan. Michigan is where I was born, y'all. I ain't spent no time there, just 2 years as a baby, but we was in there. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to look at I am going to open up the quick start guide so we could take a look at that. I want to look at the quick start guide first. You guys should have all got your quick start guide in your email. And then of course you have the full guide, right? So everybody should have access to that already. But just for the purposes of like showing something visually along with this, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up real quick. We have so many guides. I'm gonna have to start I'll probably have to start organizing this stuff differently. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen here. Yes, sir, that one. Okay, awesome. You guys should be able to see my screen. What is all this extra stuff? I don't want that. That is not what I wanted to do. Oh, I wonder if this is the Roots product guide I was talking about. It is. Okay, so I accidentally found the Roots product guide that I wanted to show you guys earlier. All right. Well, we'll do the quick start guide first, and then we'll come back. So, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of how this looks. It's got this big old banner at the top. If we go to the quick start guide on page 4, you have the required products. Now, the required products are the ones that we highly recommend. Okay, I know some of you all got the regular registration. It doesn't mean that you have to have these products in order to do the challenge, but these were the ones that we really wanted to make sure that you guys had, because we're doing dry fasting for the first time, and I want to make sure that you guys have a smooth transition. So oddly enough, distilled water went on there, right? We want you guys using distilled water if you have that available, and I've explained why, but I'm gonna tell you again. Distilled water can also be called pure water. When you deal with pure water, water is the most powerful solvent that we know of. So water has the ability to dissolve and break down. Inside your body right now, you have all these little minerals and crystals. This stuff is inorganic. You have synthetic material. You have a lot of substances that shouldn't belong in the body, that should get processed out by the body. And for whatever reason, they're not getting moved. You know, there's many different reasons why. What distilled water does, pure water, it is, I want you guys to imagine that it is an empty sponge, right? It's an empty sponge. It's dry. You guys know how sponges get. They get all crusty. They dry. They're like a little brick. That's what distilled water is in this example. When it goes into your body, it then starts to absorb all of the inorganic material that is on your countertop, right? So you have all the inorganic material that's floating around in your system. The little dry sponge goes in, it absorbs all the inorganic material, and it pulls it out of the body. That is the reason why I recommend distilled water. Now, there's many things you could do to charge the water. I guess we'll talk a little bit about that later in this call. But that's why I have distilled water on there. When you have spring water, when you have bottled water, when you have tap water, imagine these waters are now waters that are, it's like a wet sponge. And if there's too much material in the water already, too many dissolved solids in the water already, when the water goes in your system to then flush your system out, it will actually do a very poor job of cleaning. Or if it's already at its capacity, it will end up leaving material behind, right? So imagine trying to clean up a wet spot on your countertop with a wet sponge. That's basically what happens when we utilize like bottled water, tap water, and then certain qualities of spring water. Okay. So this is the reason why I say let's use distilled water. Hopefully that all makes sense. I will do my best to interact and do some questions towards the end of this call. I did push my question and answer call to tomorrow to give everybody a chance to register for it. So we'll have a little extra time tonight. The next one that we recommended on this list was the appetite suppressant tea. Oh, before we move on, with the distilled water, I did recommend that we use about a gallon of water a day, or a gallon of liquid. Okay, so if you guys are doing tea, if you're doing fresh juice, you basically do a gallon of liquid. That's the goal. All right. And so, all right. So moving on to the tea. With the tea, there's a couple of main reasons why I wanted you guys to use the tea. Well, it's an appetite suppressant tea. So it's designed to suppress the appetite. It's not 100% perfect, okay? So it's not designed to 100% eliminate the appetite. It is designed to suppress the appetite. So you may still notice that you have some hunger pangs, but what you will notice is that they're less intense and less frequent. Some people experience no hunger pangs. I just can't make that claim and promise you you're not going to experience any, but it does suppress the appetite. The reason this was important is because now, okay, we are in the prep week now. As we get through the prep week, you guys know towards the end, we're going to be doing juice. So we're going to take a solid food vacation, as I think his name's John Rose says. We're going to get off of the solid foods. When we do that, typically the body is used to digesting heavy processed foods and it starts craving solid foods. It wants solid foods. So as a tool to help you transition off of solid foods, I wanted to make sure you had the appetite suppressant tea. You drink the tea, you drink your juice, you just get off of the processed foods and the whole foods, and this makes your transition easy. The other reason why I wanted you guys to use the tea, when you come off of your dry fast, you're going to be doing water. Water tends to start making the appetite come back. So guess what? You can use the appetite suppressant tea on the first refeed day of your fast, right? Well, your first refeed day, and that will help to suppress the appetite. You can also continue using it throughout the rest of the refeed days because we are going to be eating raw food. Okay, that is the recommendation, to eat raw food. The thing about raw food is it's full of water. When you have a food item that's full of water, you don't feel sated as easily if you were eating a potato or something like that, right? So this is designed to make it a little bit easier for you guys as you come off of your fast. If I can make sure that you are not super hungry and not craving a whole bunch of crazy stuff, it makes it easier for you to follow the protocol. If you follow the protocol more consistently, I can help make sure that you get the results that we talked about during the promo calls. Okay, so that was the reasoning behind the appetite suppressant tea. You're going to be able to use it during the prep week. When you receive it, you can start using it during the prep week, and then you're going to be able to use it in between, right, on the refeed days. And then I also want you guys using the tea as we break the fast and we go into our permanent refeed. We're getting ready to get off the DR96. I want you guys to use the tea as well to make sure that you're refeeding properly. Okay, it's all designed to make everything more easy. So use the tools if you have them. The next on our list is the castor pack. The castor pack is very important because What it does is it helps to upregulate the functionality of the liver. It also helps to cleanse the liver, right? Does both. So can I expand the screen? Sorry, I know. Hold on. Let me see. That's good, better, but not that great. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me see if I could just download this real quick, and then I'll show you guys the downloaded version on my screen. My bad. Hold on. In the world is going on? Okay, let's bring me back. Share again. All right, here it is. Wait, this is wild. I do not know why this thing is playing. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm still working this thing out. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get this thing to full screen. I don't need this. All right, this is as good as I can get it. We'll head back down here to the products. Hopefully you all can see it a little better. Now you guys can see the products like really good as I talk about them. Is that better? If that, I think I can make it even bigger. Hold on. How's that? Is that better? Now, it took me a minute to do that. Y'all let me know if it's better. Okay. So where were we? Castor oil pack. All right. So the castor pack is going to help to upregulate the liver functionality. Remember, the liver is, in my opinion, the most important organ to your immune system. And that's going to be important while we detox, because we want to make sure that as we are releasing all of this toxicity from our system, it has a good exit point. Okay. If the toxins get bottlenecked coming out of your body, that's when you start experiencing detox symptoms. Okay. Now, this is going to happen to some degree, right? Like, this isn't a perfect process, but by utilizing these tools, we're going to help to give it a better chance of not having detox symptoms. Okay. What does that mean? It means you have a better experience. It means that you lose more weight. It means that you're able to reverse disease faster. It's an acceleration on everything. So we want to open up the elimination pathways as much as we can. The castor pack, all you have to do is wear the castor pack each night before you go to sleep. Okay. We did sell out of castor packs. You guys wiped out our supply. I ordered some about a month ago, but it takes a while for these things to come in. So what I started doing was recommending one of the brands that I used to use before I started making them myself. And I'm gonna grab the link for that, and just in case somebody needs it. But you want to do about 2 tablespoons when you very first use your castor pack. You want to put about 2 tablespoons on the castor pack to get it started. You're going to saturate the castor pack with the oil. You're going to put it on your liver, which is located on the right-hand side of your body, right below your rib cage. Right. So you're gonna put it on there, and then you're just going to sleep with it every night. You could wear it during the day if you want. It's a little less comfortable. So I recommend, if you're going to wear it during the day, wear it for about 4 hours during the day, and then go ahead and take it off. All right. So here's the link. If anybody doesn't have the castor pack, wants to get it, because ours are on back order. So that's the castor pack. Now, I see someone asked no sugar or sweetener in the tea. All right, so check this out. I highly recommend that you guys do not use sugar or sweetener in the tea at all. Okay? Like, don't ever put sugar or sweetener in the tea. Now, if the challenge is over and you just like the taste of the tea and you want to sweeten it, have at it. But when we are actually using the tea as an appetite suppressant, do not add any sugars or sweeteners, especially during refeed days and things of that nature. Okay. But if let's say it's April and it's spring and you just want a nice cool, because the flavor of the tea is really nice. It's really nice without sweeteners, but I can understand you add a sweetener to it. It just kind of takes it up a notch. So if you want to do that, that's fine, but not during the challenge. All right. Okay, so the next one that we're looking at is Clean Slate. Now we're going to talk about a couple of products from the Root Wellness brands, but Clean Slate is my absolute favorite. We have been working with the Root Wellness brand since like 2021, okay? I personally still take Clean Slate to this day. I take it as a maintenance supplement. Clean Slate is a passive detoxifier, okay? What it's designed to do is goes into the body and it cleans up contaminants, environmental contaminants, glyphosate, heavy metals, things that the body has a difficult time excreting naturally. Clean Slate goes in and it helps. Now, when you start fasting, you are going to be dumping a lot of that stuff into your system. You want to encapsulate it and safely usher it out of the body. If that stuff get bottlenecked, like I said earlier, that's when you start experiencing more intense detox symptoms. It can make you feel very ill. Once again, because we're doing the dry fasting, we're going to experience an accelerated rate of detoxification. So I wanted to make sure you guys had a tool to help support you during this time. Now, red alert, do not use Clean Slate while you're dry fasting. Clean Slate requires you to use water. Now, obviously, we have talked about how the body naturally manufactures water when you are dry fasting. However, as a precaution, I do not want you guys using Clean Slate while you're dry fasting. You may find that it intensifies your detox versus the way that I really want you to use it, which is to make it easier, okay? And here's the thing. A lot of y'all might be thinking, well, intense detox is good, Chris. Listen, I'm kind of like a detox sadist too. I like the pain that comes from detox. But the problem is if you get too much pain, if you get too much detox too fast, you're just going to feel sick. You're going to want to break. And if you break, then you're going to lose progress. And so it's not going to be as beneficial, okay? So let's use the products the way that I've outlined it. If in your own time outside of the DR, y'all want to test that, that's on you. I'm not going to tell you to do that. All right. But that's how I want you guys to use Clean Slate. Now, it is a what they call a zeolite product. Okay. It's a zeolite product, but the zeolite that they use in it, which is a natural mineral, it is called clinoptilolite. Now, it is different from other zeolite products. So it's not comparable to other zeolite products on the market. This is the best one that I have personally ever found. The reason why is because what they do with the mineral, they're able to fracture the mineral and get it down to almost nano-sized particles. At that level, the product is able to extract contaminants at such a small level that it outperforms any other product in the same class. The other special thing about it is because Christina, the lady who actually designed these products, she uses a special, I would say like an technique for formulating all of her products. Okay. It's a proprietary process, so she doesn't share it, but I kind of understand a little bit because I've practiced or I've researched ancient technology. So I understand a little bit about how it works, but she uses ancient techniques to get more out of the products than what other companies are able to produce. All right. So this is a very powerful detoxer, but it's a passive detoxer. Now, the way that you take it is you want to start off with, I usually recommend start off with 5 drops 5 drops of Clean Slate twice a day. You're going to take it morning and evening. The exact time doesn't really matter, but morning and evening. You start with 5 drops. After that first day, you check in with yourself. How do you feel? Do you feel a ton of discomfort, headaches, whatever? Or do you feel like, oh, nothing's happening? If you feel like nothing's happening, good. The next day, you want to increase to 6 drops, and you're going to do that twice a day. If you feel like, oh, I have headaches, I feel really sick, sluggish, whatever, then you decrease. You go down to 1 drop twice a day. I'm going to say that again. If you feel good, you increase the drops. If you feel really, really bad, you decrease the drops. So now you're going to start with 1 drop twice a day. Hopefully that's not too intense. You're okay with that. If you need to decrease it more, you can take 1 drop, put it in a 20-ounce glass of water or whatever, and you could sip on that throughout the day. We have had people have to do that. People who have severe heavy metal poisoning, things of that nature, vaccine poisoning, they've had to do that. But most of us will be fine with the 5 drops, and then we'll be able to increase it. You're going to increase up to 10 drops twice a day. Now, if you guys are like me and you want to push the limits on the product, once you have gotten to 10 drops twice a day, and you have done that for, I would recommend, for safety reasons, do it for a week. Once you have done that, then you can increase to 11 drops twice a day, then 12, and you can go all the way up to 20 drops twice a day. That is where I personally started seeing the most detox symptoms from using Clean Slate, at 20 drops twice a day. Okay. So, but do not start there. It will mess you up. Clean Slate can cause you to feel organ discomfort. So if you start feeling organ discomfort that you never felt before, it's very possible, if you're taking Clean Slate, that's what's doing it. It's usually light. It's usually just maybe you feel like you kind of poked yourself in the side, that type of thing. But Clean Slate will do that. I just want to prepare you guys, because it will go into dormant organs and start cleansing them as well. All right. So that's Clean Slate. We're going to move on. Now we have a set of suggested products. Okay. And I'm gonna expand on what we put in the quick start guide, because I want to talk about some other things as well. So we've got Sculpt. Now, Sculpt is another product by the Root Wellness brand. In our first Blitz program, the first Blitz program that we did last year around springtime, we introduced Sculpt. Sculpt is a weight loss product. Okay, I'm just telling y'all like it is. That's how the company designed it. But keep in mind, the Root Wellness brand is a nutraceutical company, is not a pharmaceutical company. Okay, so the way that they craft their products, they're all natural. They don't use synthetics in their product, right? So you could just basically think of like an advanced herbal blend. That's basically what their products are. Now, Sculpt is designed to be a weight loss product. It also has an appetite suppressant effect. All right. So it's scientifically formulated for weight management. The supplement is designed to support natural fat loss. So it's going to trigger the body to naturally reduce fat, versus where you artificially add hormones and stimulants for the body. So that way you don't get any wonky side effects. It also does appetite control, and it helps to balance your metabolic, it helps with metabolic balance. All right. So you don't get the long-term effects of prescriptions and medications. The key benefits of Sculpt are obviously the healthy weight loss. It's gonna encourage weight management. You can use this supplement when you're not on any challenge, when you're not fasting. So this is like a daily type of supplement. It reduces excess glucose absorption. We all kind of understand the excess glucose absorption is what is going to cause you to want to store fat, causes the body to want to store fat. All right. It helps to reduce cravings. Okay, if you have reduced cravings, you naturally don't want to eat as much. It increases fat burning, which means it's going to enhance fatty acid breakdown for energy. So when we're prepping for our fast and when we're coming off of long stints of ketosis, this is going to help keep some of those processes going at a high level, even though you're not currently fasting. Now, once again, none of these products are designed to be used during the fast. Okay. When we are dry fasting, we do not use these products. If you guys are water fasting, that's a different story. So don't get confused. This is specifically for the DR96. As I mentioned earlier, it regulates glucose levels, promotes balanced blood sugar for optimal metabolism. You know, a lot of us have wonky blood sugar. Okay. So this is going to help to promote that. Fasting also helps to regulate. So you don't need to be taking it while you're dry fasting in order to get that benefit, because the body will actually do it. But when you're eating, this is a great tool to use because, you know, listen, I know everybody's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Okay. So now the dosage, you begin with half the recommended dosage and then you increase to 2 capsules per day. That's going to, and you want to make sure that you hydrate well. Okay. So start with 1 capsule a day, and then you can increase to 2 capsules a day. But we didn't offer this in our bundle, just so you guys realize this. This will be something you guys would buy as an add-on later on down the road. As a matter of fact, let me grab the link real quick just for those who might want to grab it. And then that way you guys can place an order. But this was just a suggested one because we also do have the appetite suppressant tea, right? Now, Shell asked me, Chris, why would you recommend Sculpt and the appetite suppressant tea? This was just a conversation we're having behind the scenes. We're putting all the products together. Let me give you guys some insight on my thinking and why I recommended both. All right, appetite suppressant tea is a completely different product. It does not help with weight management, okay? It does not promote fat burning. Now, the herbs in the appetite suppressant tea also have benefits. So you may find that you see other benefits outside of just simply suppressing the appetite. You can research the ingredients in the tea and you can see the benefits of those plants, and those would all apply to you. But that's not what it's not what it's designed for. That's not its main thing. But the difference between Sculpt and the appetite suppressant tea pretty much works the first day you start using it. Okay. It just, the delivery system is different. It works very quickly. With Sculpt, the appetite suppressant feature sometimes takes time to kick in. For me, when I used it, it took me 10 days to get the appetite suppressant feature. For other people, they said they got it on day 1. So the appetite suppressant tea can complement the appetite suppressing feature when it's not kicking in as soon as you might want it. You know, now if you start taking the Sculpt for a while, you might find that it kicks in much more quickly if you start taking it and stop taking it, right? But that's kind of my thinking behind it. They can support each other specifically for that, because I want to make sure you guys aren't eating when you're not supposed to be eating, because that's usually what gets people. Okay, I've been taking it twice. I don't feel anything. 10 drops and either. Okay. All right, I'll take this question real quick because I don't plan on talking about Zero In tonight. Does Zero In have an appetite suppressant benefit, or am I imagining this? Placebo effect, maybe. Many people have reported that Zero In does suppress the appetite. Yes. Now, one thing that Zero In does do is it increases brain functionality. It increases hormonal control. So a lot of the features that the body would naturally use to suppress appetite, you'll have better control over it. So you just might, Zero In is just in a league of its own. Zero In is the king of root products. I personally like Sculpt the best, or I'm sorry, Clean Slate the best because of what it does and the focus and what I teach. But as far as like user experience, everybody loves Zero In. It's just insane. Okay. And I also personally do use Zero In, but I actually only take half a capsule of Zero In. And this is the beauty about the root products. They're not designed to make you dependent on them. They stimulate the body's natural processes. So if you stop taking it, it's not like you crash. And especially with Zero In, you actually continue to see the benefits of it. But obviously, it's up to you and your lifestyle, you know, how long you continue to see the benefits. I mean, if you go back to old habits, you'll start to see the decline again, because there's no magic pill here. All right, the last thing on this we're going to be talking about is the enema kit or the colonics. Now, my recommendation in a perfect world, okay, y'all, I don't want you to think you have to do this 100%, but in a perfect world, my recommendation would be for every 2 days that you fast, you're going to do an enema. Okay. The reason why I recommend that is because as you fast, remember, we're dumping contaminants into the elimination pathways. If we can flush that stuff out, it is less chance for detox symptoms. It's better healing. It's better weight loss. You just get so many more benefits. And also, I see Daniel's here. I had Daniel, who is one of our members who I've been working with behind the scenes. And Daniel, by the way, I meant to message you. We need to get together because people are asking for a proper interview. So we need to talk about what we're going to do, because I think we're at a place where we could do this interview, at least our first interview. But he lost an average around about 2 pounds per day, and he fasted for about 46 days. Okay. Typically, when we see the 2 pound per day average weight loss from a water fast, y'all, this is a water fast. Typically, we only see 2 pounds per day if you fast for 14 days. Beyond 14 days, the average starts to go down, and you end up going down to about 1 pound per day. That's if you do a straight water fast. So if you do 21 days water only, you're going to see an average of about 1 pound per day, give or take. It's, typically it's a little bit more, but that's the average. Daniel was able to see 2 pounds per day for a fast that was twice that time. That is unheard of. Nobody, y'all, no one, I'm telling y'all, nobody that I've ever coached or monitored has lost 2 pounds per day on a 40-day fast, unless they're like, 500 plus pounds, then the average is a little bit wonky. Okay. The reason why I think Daniel was able to do this is because I had him using a lot of the products I suggested, but also doing the enemas and that sort of thing. Because of the way, and we're gonna get into the SP6 patches and all that too, because we haven't touched on that yet. But because of the way these products work together, there is a complete upregulation of the endocrine system, the liver, the detoxification. It opens up the elimination pathways, and then you're irrigating it out. So we're basically helping the body work faster. Imagine that we're mining a coal. I'm sorry. We're mining coal. So we're in the coal mine. You've got many different ways you could do it. You could go in with your little, your pickaxe or whatever, and you could pick away, boom, 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 and you could cart it out with the wheelbarrow, and that's fine. That works. But what makes it faster? Well, as you're mining it, you lay down a track, right? And that track has a cart. So you're mining, you fill up the cart goes out, you're still mining, the cart comes back in, right to where you are, you're mining. So it's these tools are like upgrading our system. They're not 100% necessary. You don't have to use them. But if you have the resources and you have the desire, use them. They work. All right. The way the enema kit works is you just grab one off of Amazon or whatever. I think we have a link here in the guide. So you can just click the guide. Remember, we're in the quick start guide right now. You click the guide, it'll take you to a Amazon link. But you simply lay down on the floor, typically on your side. You're going to have the enema bag. It's going to be filled full with water. It's going to be above you. So it's a gravity feed. Okay. So the water is going to come down inside of you. It does get inserted into the anus. All right, I'll tell y'all now, it goes inside the anus. And the water gravity feeds inside, and then you kind of once it's finished, you take it out, you kind of, and then you make sure the water don't come out, right? You'll feel the pressure, and then you go sit on the toilet, and it's like you're having a bowel movement, and that's how it works. So do it in the bathroom. Get like a towel or something like that. Lay it down just for spillage and stuff like that. But you get used to it. It's a little uncomfortable at first, but hey, Chris did it so that you could do it. All right, you could do it. Now, the other option is a colonic. If you guys don't want to do the water enema kit once every 2 days during the challenge or whatever, that's fine. If you go and schedule a colonic once a week, that is also very helpful. It's very, very helpful. And I'm gonna start talking about our other product that I had recommended, which was the Root Restore. Okay, so if you guys go get a colonic, you want to make sure that you get the colonic where the therapist is available with you. You do not want to go to the colonic where you are controlling the machine yourself. You get a much deeper cleanse if you have a therapist in there with you. You guys can communicate. It's, they have you covered up. It's no big deal. All right, I did it. Everything I teach, I've done. And you get a much better result. If you do it the other way, if you go to the other one, you might as well just get an enema kit. It's not, you just don't get as much benefit. Now, if you guys got the Restore, and I'm about to actually go ahead and close this screen out because I have the Restore here. I don't know why it takes me off the screen when I close the share. It's so weird. Here we go. All right. So this is the Restore. This is also a Root product. Okay. What Restore is designed to do is open up the elimination pathways. It is designed to nourish healthy gut bacteria. It's designed as a daily supplement. Now, the way we are using it, because this is an investment, Restore. Okay. But one of the great ways you can use Restore is to make sure to irrigate the bowels. So if you got the kit, you have enough Restore to take 2 sachets at the end of each week. I want you guys to take 2 sachets at the end of your prep week. I want you to take 2 sachets at the end of your first week, your first cycle of fasting. So you're going to do your dry fasting, and then you're going to eat. And on your eat day, you're going to take this 2 sachets of Restore. You're going to do that at and then if you guys get a colonic, try to schedule your colonic at the end of the week. Take the 2 sachets of the Restore the night before you go to get your colonic, and then that way you can get the benefits. What this will do, especially if you go to get the colonic, if you have parasites, which a lot of us do, it will loosen up their grip and prepare them to be flushed out. It will also prepare the bowels. It'll hydrate the bowels and get it ready to loosen up stuff and move it out. So you'll get more out of your colonic. Okay. It's a really, really powerful trick for doing the colonic. So that's the reason why I added the Restore. Now, did I put this link in here? I don't think I did. If I didn't, I'm gonna put it. Well, if I did, I'm gonna put it here again. Here's the link for the Root products. You have Restore, Clean Slate, Sculpt, Zero In. It's all on the website. If you guys want to grab that or add that, if you didn't, weren't able to get it with us. Okay, let's go back to my list here. I'm being organized today. I'm so proud of myself. All right. Now we're going to talk about the light therapy patches. Also, keep in mind, everybody, I'm gonna give you all a supplemental. There will be a video where John talks about the light therapy patches as well. And I'm gonna be putting that in the featured post area. That should be in there tonight after this call. I'm gonna put that in there. But what we offered with your kits was what's called the SP6. Let's see if it's gonna focus. So that's what you guys got in your kits. The packaging is a little bit different. And we put some instructions in there, okay? The patches are designed to be used, once again, only when we're not dry fasting, okay? We're going to use them not when we're not dry fasting. So you guys can use them during the second half of your prep. You could use them on the water days, and you can use them on the eating days. You can also, I want to make sure you guys use some when we go to do our final refeed once the challenge is over, so that once we do our final refeed, use them during that time as well. What does the SP6 patch do? Once again, guess what, y'all? It's an appetite suppressant. So in one of our bundles, I had the SP6, I had the appetite suppressant, and I had Restore. It's designed to make sure that you guys you're not hungry. You're not hungry. Now with the SP6, specifically for the appetite suppressant effect, there are several different placement options. When I say placement options, I'm talking about where you put the patches. So this is what they look like. They look like little quarters. This is like the size of a quarter. There are, in your kit, there's a little pamphlet that shows you where you could place these patches. You're going to play around with the placement. Every day, just try a different placement. See which placement gives you the best appetite suppressant effect. Put your patch there, okay? That's the appetite suppressant effect part. The other reason why these patches are powerful is because these patches are designed to upregulate the entire endocrine system. Okay? These are amazing for women, period, especially if you're premenopausal or postmenopausal. Okay? They do wonders for the health of the female body. They're great for men too, because we have an endocrine system too, but we know that women hormonally typically have more hormonal problems. But if you're a guy with low testosterone, things of that nature, patches are great. Okay. So I don't want to make it seem like they're not good for men. They are, but they are especially good for women. Okay. Better cycles, hot flashes, you name it. Y'all know what y'all go through. The other thing these patches do is they give you better digestion. So we get a lot of questions about, oh, what are the bowel movements going to look like on the fast? Like, I'm nervous about constipation, blah, 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 blah. If you know you have bad bowels, meaning that you don't go very good or you don't go completely, SP6, right? And that's male or female. We all have poor bowels, right? SP6. So 3 major reasons why I included it. Appetite suppressant, upregulate the endocrine system, better bowel movements. Digestion is key. Digestion, when we talk about like dumping contaminants into the elimination pathways, you want good digestion. So if you guys are seeing this pattern, all of the tools and the recommendations either help to trap and encapsulate toxins or help to move them out more efficiently. All of this will give you a better experience when you're fasting. But I think you guys can also see why these things aren't necessarily needed. So for those of you who just got the basic registration, it's like, okay, I could still use my pickaxe and go in the mine and I can put it in the wheelbarrow and move it out myself, right? You're still going to see benefits from dry fasting. You don't need these, but they are an amazing tool or tools. Okay. Whew. Where are we at now? You know what? Before I move on, let me briefly explain, because for a lot of you all, this might be the first time you've ever heard of a light therapy patch. So let me explain how they work. So the body gives off light. The human body, okay? Each one of you are giving off light right now. You always do. It is called ultraviolet light. You can pick it up on thermal scans. If you've ever seen those old military movies or even the recent military movies, they look through different sites. You can pick up on people and different things because they give off a heat signature, right? So that UV light is what we give off. We can't see it with the naked eye, but it's there. Now, what these patches do, they have crystals in them. That's what the secret sauce is, these crystals. The different crystals, based on the different patches, they are designed to reflect that light back into the body at a different frequency. So the crystals alter the frequency of the natural light that your body gives off, and it sends a signal back into the body. Depending on which patch you're using, the frequency tells the body to do a different thing. Here's what's beautiful about it. It means that they're non-transdermal. There is not a medicine or supplement or anything going into the body. That means that these are very safe to use. These are very safe to use. Now, they have some rules about how you use them. You never use a patch more than 12 hours at a time, okay? After you've used it for 12 hours, you take it off, you discard it. If you overuse the patches, over time, your body will become desensitized to the patch. Imagine being locked in a room where the light is on 24/7. It never goes off. You're ready to sleep, the light won't go off, okay? The body has to rest. So there's cycles, 12 on, and then you wear it for 12 hours. You got a 24-hour day, you let it rest for 12 hours. So if you're using the SP6 patch, you can put it on first thing in the morning. You take it off before you go to sleep. You wake up, you put it back on. Okay, you could do it just like that. It's not a perfect science. It's not as if you wear it for 13 hours, you're gonna die, or it won't work anymore. The simple way to use it is put it on in the morning. You're brushing your teeth. You're getting ready for the day. Put your patch on before you go to sleep at night. Take it off. That's the simple way to use it. All right. I don't want you guys to get too hung up, but I want you to understand that you don't want to wear it all day, right? Go to sleep with it, wake up with, and then put another one on. Don't do that. Make sure you drink lots of water. Do not use them while you're dry fasting. I sound like a broken record. These are important things to know. Okay. Let's move on. We talked about the caster pack. Clean slate, caster pack. What did I miss, y'all? Y'all got the kits. Did I miss anything? All right, I see Daniel's talking about the X39. So I'm going to go ahead and mention that. They have multiple different patches. LifeWave has multiple different patches. By the way, y'all, LifeWave, they are affiliates, okay? So I have an affiliate link. If you guys are going to grab some because you didn't get some in the kit, or if you decide to grab some because you ran out, please use our affiliate link so that we get credit. If you don't use our affiliate link, they will give credit to someone random. So if you guys use our affiliate link, I will be appreciative of that. And I'm just going to grab it for you real quick. The LifeWave brand has 12 different patches. They are all incredible. My personal favorite, is their sleep patch. The reason why that's my personal favorite is because that is where I personally see the biggest impact in my life. Okay, the sleep patch. Because you guys know I be working. I'm up all night working. I don't sleep long enough. What the sleep patch does is it puts you into REM state quicker and it keeps you there longer. You get more efficient sleep. You wake up feeling rested and restored. And that's what I have been needing so bad. So that's my personal favorite. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying it's the most powerful. The most powerful or the best that everybody loves is the X39. That's what Daniel was talking about. The X39 patch is their stem cell patch. I'm not looking to try to get y'all to do and buy everything. So I didn't include it in this challenge. I think I have included it in other challenges in the past, or I've talked about it. But it is a amazing tool. When you fast, one of the reasons why fasting is so powerful for disease reversal and wound repair and things of that nature is because the body increases stem cell production. So there's a natural way to increase stem cell production. We already understand that. Well, with the patches, they utilize the body's natural systems. So the X39 stimulates the production of a copper peptide. That copper peptide is known for upregulating stem cell production. So you can use the patch to upregulate stem cell production, whether you're fasting or not. And also you get more stem cell production out of it than if you're just fasting. If you fast and use the stem cell patch, well, only you're supercharging, right? Like you're getting, I can't quantify it. I can't quantify it, but the healing that happens is rapid. It's very, very crazy. All right. Do not use the stem cell patch during the dry fasting portion. You could use it any other time. All right. When we very first started bringing these patches to the community, we had testimonials that were absolutely insane. One young lady said that she was set to get knee surgery, and she put the patch on her knee. This is the X39 patch. She put it on her knee, and within moments, the pain was gone. Okay. I'm not saying that everybody's going to get a reaction like that, but I'm saying we've seen that happen multiple times. One of our coaches, Animated Mel, I don't know why he doesn't talk about the patches or why he doesn't talk about his experience with the patch, but I'm going to do it for him. The X39, we gave him the X39. At the time, he had a fissure in his knee cartilage. Okay, he had a small cut in the cartilage of his knee. He was wearing a brace for a while. He was using a walking stick for a while. It was progressively getting worse. The doctor said he would have to get surgery. All right. We gave him the X39 patch, and within about maybe a month or so, maybe a month and a half, he wasn't using the walking stick anymore. He wasn't using the brace anymore. Okay. Like when I tell you and why is the healing so miraculous? It's because it stimulates natural stem cell production. So it's not anything unnatural. It's just the body healing itself. Okay. So I'm just telling you guys a little bit about that we didn't recommend it in this challenge, but since we're here, I figure I'd mention it. Can you use the patches together? Yes, you can. Now listen, y'all. I don't want to go too deep into the patches because I know it gets very exciting. And so what I'm going to say is, if you guys want to learn more specifically about the patches, we have a group in AHA communities called the LifeWave group. You can go in there. A lot of the people who are in this challenge already use the patches. They already know about them. You guys can ask questions. Anybody who's in our group had used one of our affiliate links. They might offer you one of their links. It's all good. You don't have to use one of our links. Everybody, if anybody who's in the group has an affiliate link, you can use their link, no problem. So if you find somebody who helps you, use their link. If Daniel talks to you about the patches, if he's got a link, use his link. It doesn't matter. Okay. But they're powerful. They're powerful. All right. And we'll probably talk more about patches at some other date. This just isn't the platform for it. I have a couple of sachets of Restore. I was thinking of taking it on the last day of prep. It has sugar in it, though. Will the sugar have any negative effect leading into the dry fast? No. And basically, as I recommended, I recommend taking them the last day of the prep or at the end of your week, right? So that's fine. For clarity's sake, I'm going to answer this. Do we take 2 Restores at one time, or is it once in the morning and once at night? If you're not doing the colonic, okay, if you're not doing the colonic, you could take 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening, or, like midday. So 1 in the morning and like 1 midday, okay? It's fine if you take it in the evening, but it's better if you take it like midday. If you are doing the colonic, the day after, take them both at the same time. All right. Hopefully that all clears that up, makes sense. Thank you for that question. Good question. All right. Here's another question. Should I go above 10? I'm assuming you were talking about the clean slate 10 drops. Only go above the 10 drops if you have been on the clean slate for at least a week and you've been doing the 10 drops and it's fine. Then you can go above, but still take it easy on the when you don't just jump to 20 drops. By the way, if you guys came to this live stream late, please go back to the beginning. It's important. I need you all to understand how to use these products properly, and I want to make sure that you guys know why I incorporated them. So please go back and watch the whole thing. Okay, guys, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them into the chat. Good question. Do the patches expire? Technically, they have an expiration date on them, technically. Okay. But look, at the end of the day, there's when you deal with these companies that are regulated, they have to have expiration dates on things. They have to, the government makes them do certain things. The product will degrade with time, but it's not to say that the expiration date is the day it will degrade. Okay. You could increase the speed that the patches degrade by not storing them properly. So you want to keep them in a cool, like a cool, dark place. It's recommended not to keep them in your purse. The reason why, or your pocket, the reason why is because the stem cell patches or the SP6 patches, they activate based on your body's energy, right? The light that the body gives off. So if you keep them on your person, you can activate them and you can also increase the effect, meaning, if you've got a handful of them in your pocket, you'll like it, get like a much, much stronger effect, right? So just don't keep them on your person and store them, don't store them in the sun, and they'll last much longer. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. It's not a big deal if you've been keeping them in your purse. You don't have to worry. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to completely ruin them. They're not going to work anymore. They slowly degrade. Okay. Now I'll tell you guys a secret. If you use the SP6 patch and you wear it for the 12 hours and you want to give it to your partner or something like that, your husband, your wife, your friend, whatever, you could do that. You could share it if you feel comfortable with that. Now the adhesive, it won't be, the adhesive won't be very strong. You could use like medical tape, and so you could use it like that. But obviously, after using it for 12 hours, it won't be as potent. So what I do not recommend is don't just try to use one patch for 2 days. Okay, don't do that. But it'll still be beneficial. Like if you have somebody else who wants to use them, they could get some benefit from it as well. What should we start using now? All right, so like I mentioned earlier, okay, so depending on which kit you guys got, you got different products. Some of the products are designed to last just the stint of the challenge, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting them throughout the whole challenge, including the refeed. So for the clean slate, if you guys got the clean slate, you got a full bottle of clean slate. Okay. How quickly you go through clean slate depends on how you use it. If you use it at the recommended dosage of 10 drops twice a day, I think it lasts you for 30 days. Obviously, we talked about how to use it so you can get more use out of it or you can get less. It just depends. But for brand new users, you're probably going to get at minimum 30 days, which means if you have clean slate now, you can start using it now. Okay. Clean slate. The patches The patches are designed to be split with the refeed. So you have enough patches to start on Wednesday with the patches, use them on your refeed days during the fasting cycle, and then have enough patches left over to support you through your refeed as we complete the challenge. So if you got the patches, I would prefer that you guys do not start using the patches until Wednesday or Thursday, okay? Because there's not enough patches to support you for an entire month. So that's the patches. With the appetite suppressant tea, it is designed, it really depends on your usage. It's designed to support you for continual use for about 2 weeks at the recommended dosage if you're using it every single day. Okay. So if you have the tea, you can likely start using it now. If you have it right now, you could likely start using it now, and you won't run out of it during the challenge or on your refeed. So if you have the tea, you can start using it now if you'd like. With the castor pack, if you got the oil from us, you have enough to last you probably about, it depends on your usage, but roughly between 15 and like 30 days. It just depends on your usage, right? So I mentioned you want to saturate your pack to get started with about 2 tablespoons. Then after that, you're going to use about a tablespoon. Okay. I don't exactly measure it out. All I do is once I get this thing nice, like saturated, then I just take a little bit of castor oil. I kind of like just, spread it out, and I just kind of massage it into the pack once a night. So it just depends on how heavy your hand is. You know what I mean? But if you have the castor pack, you're probably okay to start using it now. Yeah. And then, of course, you can always grab more oil. You can always grab more oil if you run out. With the Restore, these are the most limited one. Okay. So like I said, use that at the end of the week. Do not start using your Restore yet. Do not start using your Restore yet. Use that at the end of the week of your prep, the end of the week of the first cycle, and the end of the week of the second cycle. If we decide to order the SP6 patches, do you feel it will get to us in time for the fast? Well, the SP6 patches are not designed to be used during the fast. So go ahead and order them because you don't got to worry about that. We're going to be using them only if we're prepping and only on the refeed days. And then at the end, when we get off cycle and we've complete the DR96, you can use them then. So if you buy a full kit, you'll have plenty to finish out the rest of the month. And the SP6 patches get better with consecutive use. So if you guys go ahead and buy a sleeve, and you've got the full sleeve, then when you start doing your refeed and stuff, just use them every day. If you guys decide to start doing water fasting after the dry fasting, you can use them during the water fasting too. So you get a more potent effect over a consistent period of time with the SP6 patches. And by the way, y'all, each patch, they have different benefits, different like best case uses. Does anybody know, did we send you all a guide for the LifeWave patches? I need to talk to Shell to know for sure, but let me know in the chat if you guys received that guide. Because if not, I'm going to make sure to get it to you. I'll put it in the group. I see someone's asking for the link to the enema kit. Here's the link to the enema kit. Okay, so you guys got that guide. Good. Excellent. Shall be on it, man. I tell y'all. Okay, Daniel said he's using the SP6 on his dog who has cancer. So once you use the X39 patch, then you could put it on one of your animals or something like that. Yes, it works on animals, y'all. It works on animals. All right. I think we're good tonight. I have the Q&A call tomorrow scheduled, so you guys can go ahead and join that. I see someone asking, can we join Pam if we haven't already? So everything that we offered during this challenge is still available in some form. I will grab you the link real quick for Pam. If you guys decided now, what is Pam? Pam is our premium accountability membership. The reason we recommended Pam is so that you could get additional supplemental support. What Pam is, we have the 5 coaches who teach Pam 3 times a week. So you get 3 calls with Pam. All right. Hold on, y'all. I can't type and talk at the same time. You get 3 calls each week with Pam. We're going to get different coaches. We all teach on subjects that are important to us, things that we're experiencing in our life, feedback from you all, et cetera, et cetera. We have been doing Pam for years now. So you also get the archive calls as well. We have over 200 hours of archive calls. You guys get invited to a secret membership area that is a part of AHA Communities. You also get the Wellness Walk Guide, which is a guide that's designed to help you guys achieve your different wellness goals holistically. Okay. So it's an incredible resource. So if you guys want to join that, that's still available. I'm gonna grab the link here, and then if you got, it'll be in the chat for you all. I think I'm gonna have to grab these links and put them in the comment section as well for those who watch the replay. And of course, you should always be able to reach out to one of the coaches if you guys need something. So there's the link for the Pam. Oh, my bad. My bad. You did say enema kit. My bad. The link for the enema kit is in the guide. Hold on. This is a long link, y'all. Hold on. Let me get you a smaller link real quick. I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that to you. It's a good thing I was paying attention to the chat. There's the enema kit link. Y'all on it too. That ain't the link. Chris, you gave us the wrong link. Yes, only use the patches on the refeed days. That includes when you do water, okay? It's the water is the main thing. It's not the food, it's the water. Hey, you know what? I was just making sure y'all was paying attention. That's what it was. That's why I gave you the wrong link. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying the challenge so far. I hope that you are reading your materials. I hope that you are paying attention to your emails. If you see your cousins and kin folks asking for stuff and you know the answer, feel free to help them. There's a lot of people that are saying they're not getting this and not getting that. And it's really just reading. Reading is fundamental. We have to read. We have to pay attention. We have to lock in. This is not a passive thing. This whole challenge is a very active thing. So let's all be active. Let's encourage our friends and everybody who's joining us to be active so we can get the most out of it. We're still in the prep week. We ain't started the heavy lifting yet. When we start the dry fasting, everybody should be up to speed and everything. All answers, questions should be answered and all of that. Q&A call tomorrow at, I think I scheduled it for 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, go ahead, get your reservation set up so you can get an alert. And as always, the application of knowledge is power. I will see you all tomorrow because we